Corpus Kristi is directed by Sean Jones. I recently reviewed his other movie, Camp Killer. If you haven't seen that, that's a really interesting low-budget horror movie that takes a familiar premise, gives it a really smart update twist and creates something quite inventive out of something, like I said, that was pretty tired. So I was curious to check out his other work. Corpus Kristi is a movie that I'm struggling to find really much information about. It seems to be filmed over a large period of time. It's basically about two guys, Steve and Mark, who wake up after an all-day bender to discover some dead bodies lying about their apartment, and they try to get rid of them in the most insane, inane and unbelievable ways, but the guys keep bumbling along. They get rid of these bodies, they wake up next day, there's more bodies, it's never explained, and to be fair, we don't really need an explanation at all. It's basically just these two guys, how they have this friendship and how for some reason they just seem to be bobbing along throughout life, even though it's throwing all these things at them, they somehow manage to accidentally avoid them and move on to the next crazier situation. Now, it is a low budget movie and it looks like it, but these kind of things are all about the perception and how you're going to look at it. If you're going to look at a low budget movie and expect exquisite sets, lighting, camera setups, you're not going to get it. All you can hope for in a low budget movie is that they've got an exciting story and it's told in a fairly well made manner, and I think Corpus Kristi does that in spades. I enjoyed the movie. I didn't realise it was a comedy going into it, but I found it to be really funny, and that is down to the two characters. I like the two main actors. I don't think I've seen them in anything else, but I enjoyed them here. They felt as if they had a real friendship, and I enjoyed watching them just bicker, argue, get out of situations, and they felt as if they knew each other. Like I said, the camera quality isn't great, the production standards aren't fantastic. They've obviously used what they've had at hand, but it's perfectly serviceable. It doesn't really take away from the story. Some of the actors are pretty good, some of them aren't so great, but it fits to the aesthetic of the movie. And the movie is fun. If you're willing to go with it, I'm sure you're going to get rewarded, as I was. I found it was a movie that I was curious about where it was going to go next. I couldn't really figure out what was going to happen, which is always a nice surprise when you're looking at these things and you're surprised by how they're constantly evolving, constantly changing, out with the norm. And that's what you find a lot with these indie filmmakers. They don't really follow the tropes and basic storytelling that's been happening in movies for years. They break the mold, they try something new. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think this one is an interesting watch. I'm not going to say that you're going to absolutely love it, but it's worth your time. It's worth checking out. I think it's a great first step. You see the follow-up with Camp Killer, which I think is a little bit better, a little bit more of a contained story that I enjoyed. But yeah, I'm really curious about what this guy's going to do next. I think his work is pretty interesting. I think it's down to some of his writing style as well. I don't know if he had a hand in writing Corpus Kristi, but some of the humour carries over into Camp Killer as well, so I enjoyed that aspect of it. All in all, I was pleasantly surprised by this. I don't know if I was over expecting too much going into the movie, but I came out of it going, you know what? I had fun. I enjoyed the characters. I would like to see more of this pairing going on throughout other journeys. I gave it 3 out of 5. A movie that is going to be hard for you to hunt down, to search out, to find, but it's worthwhile doing that. So if you've seen it, let me know in the comment box below. I really want to know your thoughts on this movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Come on. It's on one of the streaming services in the UK. It's on Amazon Prime, so that's where I watched it. If you're in the UK, check it out. Let me know in the comment box what you thought of it, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.